Hey man, just again, thank you so much for grabbing one of my coffee critiques. And again, these were intended for a newbie copywriter to help business owners while working a full-time copy job, not for somebody who's way ahead of me to give me something of me to critique. So if I sound a bit weird and uneasy, that's because I feel a little bit weird and uneasy. But when I got into copy, I promised that I would go all out and tell everybody exactly what I thought. Not in that way, but ideas and everything, just in case it became useful. So that's what I'm going to do. So I watched the video as well. The one thing I thought was master voice at an expert level. I wondered if that was the kind of, because I don't know whether I'm your exact market or not, being a new copywriter who came at it from a weird angle or not. But if I saw master voice, I wonder if that would make me think, oh, I know what this is. Right, okay, I know what this is. Like when somebody hears a diet plan and they're waiting for the big secret. You know, they want you to be the person that tells them how they can eat donuts, watch Netflix and still lose weight. But the moment you say, I cut out carbs, they go, oh, I've heard that one. Yeah, I've heard that. So I just wonder if people might jump at voice and go, oh, I know what that is. Right, okay. Because this bit's, how to add $2,000, $17,000 to every new client project is freaking awesome. Why would you not want to do that? But I just wondered about spilling the beans about the exactly how we're doing this, whether that might cause people to click back without looking at the rest of it. Especially when I looked at the video and all these benefits like an extra revenue stream, you're earning more money, you're in longer gigs, as in you stay in the gig longer, less time looking for new gigs. Even the stuff like the ball ache of back and forth, all copywriters hate. If it's just one less phase of editing, imagine how that, how awesome that would feel. And that one, the number one objection after price, that was a big kind of ta-da for me. Just the idea that, clients think, yeah, you've not got my voice, and that's going to be the thing that's going to stop me getting this gig or going to get me fired from it. And I think also, if you can prove the voice, that's value. So it's actually going to help eliminate the price objection too, because people will pay more for that. So it's kind of like this weird virtuous circle, I imagine. But I just thought with all these great benefits, whether that might be something to get in the headline. Maybe not to replace Master Voice, but maybe just to give them something to kind of whet their appetite. Because, so that was the other thing I said there was like more clients, bigger projects, higher copywriting fees. That might be something to put in the headline, or maybe after small training group for copywriters, you'll learn the path to more clients, bigger projects, higher fees, just to really get them hooked from the outset. So that was just a suggestion I had. So I watched the video, and Abby does a really good job of spelling out the importance of voice. Like I say, I got all that from her video. I'm just wondering if it's worth, just for the readers, spelling out exactly what we mean by voice, just in case they think it's, oh, he says you all instead of you all. That's all it is. Just wondering if it's worth explaining what voice is, and also the importance of it, because I had to screenshot the quote from Ramit Sethi where he talked about that. Writing great copy isn't just about the words on the page, a few words. It's about learning to master different voices. Even just that as a quote would be the kind of thing that would go, God, you know what? If I'm a copywriter and I want to work with somebody like that, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think about this at all before I applied for Jeff Walker. If I'd have heard. If I'd have seen that, I might not have applied. But yeah, so that would have really kind of highlighted the importance for me to go, right, okay, I need to look into this voice stuff. And it makes sense, I'm going to write for this guy. So if I want to work for these big guys and I want to work for these heavy hitters and I want to stay in that job for a while, these guys know what voices are. They're not going to be impressed by me, by choice of words. And also just... I like the idea of getting your product validated by somebody outside. It's like a testimonial. I just like the idea of it there. I just thought it kills. It's one of those things that ticks a lot of boxes, kills however many birds with one stone. Just really highlighting the importance of voice. So kind of not agitate the problem. It's just a little thing, but just really remind them of how important this is. Yeah, most clients cite this as the biggest failure of their copywriters, and I just thought, well, bring it back to the copywriters reading it. This is why you're going to get fired. This is why you're going to have to do countless edits. This is why you're going to be always hearing, it's not quite my voice, and this is why you're never holding long-term gigs down because of this. And the other thing, and again, this might be me because I'm new and coming at this from doing card tricks for a living, but I'm wondering if there's any way to kind of give them a sense of what a voice guide actually is. Because now, obviously, at Jeff's, I can see the voice guide because Abby created it. And I can see what an amazing tool it is. And I can see how much work it saves me because I don't have to ask my copy chief whether we use prospects or customers. I don't have to ask whether this word is capitalized, or, and so much more than that. I can just get it instantly and it gives me confidence. So I can see it. But before, I would have been like, it sounds like one of those nice to haves. But if there's any way to kind of get across exactly what it is, what's included, just to give them that, oh my God, this is not a big job, but something that, it's important to get right. And I'm going to need some help to get this. There's a lot of work that goes into this. Almost that, man, I'll never be able to do this on my own kind of feel, just to ramp it up a little bit. Like, this isn't easy. You're not going to stumble across this while having your cereal in the morning. So you walk out with a finished voice guide, but I just thought, well, it's not a voice, it's a skill. Once you learn this, you'll be able to use it and sell it no matter whichever client you have. But yeah, that was the first thing I thought of when you said you walk out with a finished voice guide, but it's really like the skill. Being able to do this and having to offer it as a service. Handsome devil. I bet you still have that pencil. I reckon you do. And also, my life goal is to be the OG of something. I don't know what it would be, but probably something consumption. But, I want to be the OG of something. Yeah, I like this idea. Get paid to learn your client's voice. And I don't know why. And this is one of those little piddly things, but whenever I do these, I always mention everything that's on my mind, just in case it's a kind of ta-da for you guys. I saw this, read it, and it went in. I understood it. But when Abby said in the video that you get paid for research, the research becomes a deliverable you can charge for. That was like a big, that was like a big realization. It felt like I was almost going to be getting paid twice for the same gig, if that makes sense. And it's a weird thing. It's like, it's not even that much different. Get paid to learn your client's voice, but the research becomes a deliverable you can charge for. And like, as a copywriter, you kind of bear that in mind at how much research am I going to do, and you kind of factor it into the price. But I don't know, somehow the idea of making that open and saying to the client, quite brazenly, I'm going to charge you for research. I'm going to produce this, and it's going to cost you this much. And then it's going to cost you this much for me to write an email sequence. I don't know, just gave me a bit more confidence as a writer, because I can almost quantify the research, if that makes sense. So it's not an hours, I'm going to do so many hours research, but it's like, I'm going to produce this for research and you're going to pay me for it. I just really like that idea. And almost like the first thing that came to my head is, what if I could show you a way where you could get paid $2,000 to $17,000 for reading or researching your next client? I just thought it was a different. It's small, I realise it, and it's a piddly thing, but in the spirit of giving you everything that came into my mind while reading this, that's why I'm giving it you, just in case it's useful. Yeah, so that was the other idea, because obviously there's a lot of benefits on the video that are scattered about the page. Just wondered if this might be a good place, just above the button, to ram home all these kind of benefits, just to, really break down exactly, this is how you close up to your clients, this is what separates you from the other writers, and this is what it looks like. Finally, an end to all these kind of problems. Just click the button. Yeah, that was just an idea I had. Now, I know nothing about voice, but the one thing I actually thought when reading this was, I wonder if I could Google that. So it's like the 3 elements of voice and how like a DJ, or the 9 voice types. My first thought was, I wonder if I can Google that and find out what the 3 elements of voice are. Now, I know because of your work and Abby's work that this, I've seen it at Jeff's. This isn't simple. But if they read this and think, oh, there are 3 elements of voice, I'm just going to go off and Google them. Just wonder if it might make it seem less than it is. So the key kind of idea I had while reading this was, is there any way to kind of build up the effort and work and experience that you guys have had to trudge through with Jeff, with all your other clients, Ramit, and all these guys? How many years, how much experience has gone into this? Rather than just like the one book all journalists use and how it shapes voice, which feels like something I might be able to find out. So that was just something I thought of. And I don't think there's much else to be, because this is the, this is the classic example of something I go, holy hell, that's a lot of stuff. There's no way I can Google this, and it's, there's no Google search that is even going to come close to this. But no, I think that was it. I think that was it. Like I say, it feels very weird to be doing your stuff, and I'm very uncomfortable doing this. But those are the thoughts I had. I'll share this as a video on YouTube, unlisted, and I'll put a link to this document in the description so you can see it. Those are just the random thoughts that enter my head. If you've got any questions about anything at all, fire them at me. Like I say, feels weird doing this, but let me know genuinely if it was useful or not. If it wasn't, let me know, and I will happily give you your money back, man. I appreciate you having faith in me, but the end result is I always want to give a good service to people, give them money's worth. So be absolutely honest with me, my man. Thank you so much for this, and genuinely, thanks for your support all the way. It's might not seem like a lot, but it's been a massive difference maker to me. Really given me a load of confidence. So you rock.